Welcome back to that Heartbreak Hog podcast. How we doing today, Sid?
Man, all right. Do we really have to talk about Auburn?
We've we got to talk about how important this game is. That's what we need to talk about. What can go right, and of course, what could go wrong, and what it would mean if things go wrong in this game, and what it would mean if things go right. Let's start with what could go wrong so that we finish on a more positive note whenever we talk about what could go right. So, anybody that's a sunshine pumper or wants sunshine pumping, skip a little bit forward to the end of the video.
It's going to be pretty short at the end of the video, but yeah, let's talk about it. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? Well, the defense. We talked a little bit about this in the
Yeah,
from the past videos. Our
yeah.
defense needs to step up. Our defense needs to tackle. That's the number one thing that can go wrong and that needs to go right. Tackle, tackle, tackle. Learn how to tackle. If I didn't say tackle enough, just get that jogged in your mind, man. Like that should be your number one thing that comes in your mind. Tackle the player first, then think about
The strip.
stripping the ball.
Mhm.
Tackle.
Did you mention to tackle?
No, they need
Oh,
a
you might want
tackle.
to let us know. Yeah. There you go. Let him know one more time.
Jeez, man. All right, come on, Auburn. This is a team that we can beat, and this is a team that we cannot let run down our throat. If they do,
They've
I
got a
mean,
good
it's
running
over.
back. Yeah, they've
Yeah,
got a good running
and
back.
we know Ollie Gordon was a great running back. We were able to
Hmm.
stop him. Um, so great running backs. I think as long as our defensive plan is going into it and we stick to it,
Yeah.
and I think we're very capable of making it go flawlessly.
Hmm.
It's just how we react. We talked a little bit about this in the past about facing adversity, and I think this game we didn't expect it from UAB, but I think
Yeah.
this game we do expect it, and we'll see. Hopefully not, but I think once we face adversity, let's see how we're able to um, change the narrative and change the plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, it's I don't know what it is, man. Whenever we play Hugh Freeze teams, we suck. So just tackle, tackle,
What was that?
tackle.
Yep. This
On
whole video,
defense,
we could
tackle.
just say the word tackle and hope
Just
one of the defensive
please
players
tackle,
watches this. One of the linebackers needs to watch this video and
tackle.
hear the word tackle.
So after you've tackled, the next thing that we need to work on is just there were so many broken coverages at the end of the UAB game, and like we mentioned, the last interception, the ball was tipped and came short right into Metcalf's hands after he had been beat. If that ball had not been tipped, that would have been a touchdown, and UAB would have been in a position in a one-score game to potentially get the ball back again, and who knows what could happen. Um, we you got to wake up for this game. We cannot start out. I forgot the exact number that Taylon Green started out as. I think that he was like 0-5 for passing. It could have been a little
Mm.
bit more than that. It might have been like 0-8. I do not remember the exact stat, but we cannot start out throwing the ball over receivers. We can't be throwing the ball up in the air where the defender is all by himself and he's tipping up trying to get an interception and the receiver's, you know, 5 yards away. Like he's got to be able to hit some of these passes. And we did not have any fumbles last game. Let's keep it that way. That was great. No fumbles for last game. That was the one. That was one of the very few positives from last game.
Hey,
So that's
save that for
good.
the end. We
Sorry,
still
sorry.
got
I didn't say anything about
yeah,
fumbling.
we still got more smack talking to do.
I'm saying
Um,
though, keep your hands on the ball. Do not fumble. Do not fumble the ball. Um, and
Run better routes.
yes,
Like route running.
and Broden, Broden.
We we cannot have guys running into each other. Well, the defender, we're defending ourselves at that point on
Yeah,
offense when we're running into each other, running wrong routes, and um, that's just absurd, and we cannot let that happen. We got to get open, but we got to run the right routes, and we
yeah.
got to be able to catch the ball. We are we got star receivers and they have the talent, but be
Sid,
able
bring
to
up
catch the
Broden.
ball.
Come on, Sid.
Oh, the
Talk
least
about Broden's
valuable
play.
player, Broden. Wear number 5 with pride, and or else just switch the jersey, man. Um, and as a wide receiver one, or supposedly wide receiver one,
hmm
4 drops against the last game. We cannot let that happen against Auburn.
Yeah,
If we're, you are switch the jersey, you're wide receiver 3 if bench for the rest of the season.
yeah,
You're 6'7", 200 pounds. You can be better. You got to be
yeah,
better. And when you're open, make the plays. Even if not giving Taylor Green a pass here,
yeah,
but if Taylor Green is pressured and does throw the ball high, does throw the
yeah,
ball that's not perfect,
yeah.
be what be able to catch it. Be what Traylon Burks
Armstrong,
was. Be what
Armstrong
Armstrong
too.
is.
Yeah,
Traylon Burks was a guy, and because of him, we were able to have a strong season. Because of
yeah,
Armstrong, I think we can also have a strong season. Now,
yeah.
imagine if um,
Broden and
Broden,
Tesla,
imagine if Broden and Tesla,
and
but
then
especially Broden,
Centennia,
is able to do it.
dude.
We would have a monstrous season. Taylor Green
I
could be the
know.
worst quarterback in the world, and that's jury's still out on that. But even if he's able to throw the ball, and we have receivers that are able to make plays like Armstrong did, this would be a
Yeah,
monstrous team. Now, Taylor Green, you got to be better
let
as
him have
well.
it.
You
Let
got
him
to be
have
better
it.
as
Come on,
well.
Sid.
We Ross is out here raving about you and rushing, and I agree. You can rush, you can run the ball, and you under pressure, you can make plays happen outside of
Yeah,
the pocket. Inside of the pocket, be somebody.
yeah,
Be somebody inside of the pocket too. Be able to make these plays happen. Your receivers, at least Armstrong, not Broden, but at least Armstrong, and hopefully as these other players also get involved, they make catches for you. But be inside the pocket, get the ball out to them quick, and make plays that are on time, where you're not out there trying to survive and like live. Like one of these bad plays where you're running out, you could get tackled and be very badly hurt. Let's just make smart decisions. And we've talked about this in the past for the past few games. Be able to throw away the ball, be able to make the right plays, and
hmm
in the pocket, you got to make those quick decisions.
yeah. And you got to be able to pass the ball on time. Talon holds the ball too long, and then he throws it, and the wide receiver is either now being covered or Talon overthrows him. If he's open, throw that dart right then and there. Don't wait, because these guys are getting open. Like they're getting open early, but Talon's got to see it and do something about it. And yeah, and
Yeah, that
then
one
yeah,
other thing was that the podcast you mentioned earlier, the 4th and 5 one, where I saw
yeah,
and I agree, Taylor Green, when he is looking for his first option,
mm-hmm,
it is very obvious, and
yeah,
it's crazy how obvious it was that um hey, I'm going to go throw it to this guy, and then I'm going to wait. Okay, now I'm throwing it to this guy.
yeah,
All right, by that time the defender knows your whole life story. The defender is already made the decision where you're going to throw it,
yeah,
where I'm going to be, when I'm going to catch it, where I'm going to run.
yeah,
By all that being said, Taylor Green, make decisions quicker, but
yeah.
make smarter decisions, know where to throw
Mm-hmm.
the ball, when to throw the ball, and I think he is capable of doing that. He had a
Yeah.
couple good plays where he was able to do that, but I think he also could be afraid to get tackled. I want to see
That
him
could be
honestly
it.
get
Yeah.
hit, and he needs to take a hit and just kind of take it to the chin, or get back up. And now I'm confident. Now gotten
Right.
a hit. I've gotten that out of my system, and I'm
Yep.
more confident in the pocket
Yep.
instead of running for your life every play. Which, again, not a terrible thing, but I think it against these SEC teams, it will catch up to him.
Yeah.
And now if you have that double dual threat in your arsenal, you're better than majority of these quarterbacks. And that
Mm-hmm.
dual threat is great. Right now, you seem like you're one dimensional, and
Yeah.
that one dimensionality of it is hurting you.
Yeah.
Let the defense know you're not just one dimensional. You can have multiple things in your pockets, and
Yeah.
you will be
Make
the
them fear
best
the throw.
quarterback. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now they I feel like they already fear the rush from him,
Mm-hmm.
and so they know what to
Oh,
plan
he's
for.
feared. He's feared for the rush.
Exactly. And so you know exactly how to plan for that. But once
Yeah.
he gets that throw, if he gets that throw underneath him, underneath his belt, um, I'd say watch out, defenses. And of
Yeah.
course, receivers, do your jobs. Catch an open ball if he gets it to you.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult.
No more drops. No more big time drops, especially if they're for big gains or in the end zone. Do not drop the ball. Um,
Be playmakers. Be able to catch an open ball. That's not even a playmaker. That's just a core receiver responsibility. Catch the ball when you're
mm-hmm.
open. Now Armstrong. Now when he's able to make extra things happen,
Yeah.
that pushes him over the edge in terms of that receiver. He's that
Yeah.
guy when he's doing that. And we're not even asking that. We're asking for open catches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Broden, if you're able to do that, you should be able to do at 6'7".
Dude,
I
I hope
think
Roden
people
just torches it next year or next game. I
next
hope
game
he just
against
torches
Auburn,
Auburn. Yeah, I
I
hope he
hope
torches
he needs to have
Auburn.
over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Um, and
All right.
imagine, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. One other thing though, before because it looks like we may be going into the positive soon. One other thing is the defense do not play part of the game. Play the whole entire game from first quarter to fourth quarter. Do not Oklahoma State it where you're only
There's
there
a
for the
second
first
half.
half. Yeah, and then don't only UAB it where you only show up in the second half. Now it's better to show up in the second half than the first half if you were to choose, but show up for both. Be a part of both halves.
You're there for the full game. That's all.
Yeah, be there for the full game. Um, but yeah, let's dive into some of the optimism here. One of the things that really sticks out about this is Auburn's defense struggles against dual threat quarterbacks. So if Taylor Green is it, if he deserves that starting spot, he should have a fire game. And this is where a lot of people will probably jump back on the Talon train until other games. I think there's going to be other games that he's going to struggle regardless if he does good or bad in this one. Well, if he does bad, he may be on the bench the next game. But I think that he could have a fire game this game, but that doesn't mean that every single game after this will be. But I think this is a matchup nightmare for Auburn, and that starts with Taylor Green. And if he can hit his receivers and Broden can catch the ball and get 100 plus, like you were about to say before I cut you off, um, the Arkansas offense is going to torch Auburn.
Yeah, I hope to see it. I hope to see since we are going into positives, like um, Jaquin Jackson has been a monster. I hope
Mm-hmm.
for him to continue being a monster. This man is able to play the ball so well and play the holes where he can get through. He can see just like holes that are insane where he is unbelievable player where he doesn't go down. He's a beast.
Yeah.
You need multiple guys to tackle him,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we need from the offense and what from our whole offense, not just him, because we're not. I don't think we're going to be able to run it down their throat the whole game. We're going to need passes. We're not going to need some long shots,
Yeah.
and to have again that keep going back to have that dual threat where we got Jaquinnon running it down, we've got long
Hmm.
throws, and Taylor Green's passing ability. That's going to put Auburn on their behinds.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if Talon can start running on him, and then that opens up the pass, and he can hit those passes, I mean, he's just going to torch them. And then this is where again our defense has to show up. Auburn has a terrible offense. If our defense, if we score over 30 points in this game, if our offense scores over 30, which I think is very possible and very probable, our defense should not allow anywhere close to this Auburn offense. If we lose this game and we scored more than 30 points on offense, like if Arkansas has more than 30 points in this game and they lose, I am very concerned about the defense.
Do you know what
Very
I had?
concerned.
So my prediction for this game before the season started
Mhm.
was 34-31, Arkansas losing. And for you to just say that, oh
Well,
no.
we didn't really know. We didn't really know all the
This
details
is
then,
this is true.
but this is just I'm just putting it out there. If we allow a lot of points by this Auburn offense, that should be very concerning about the defense. So hopefully that doesn't happen. The defense should be more than capable of. I mean, honestly, they're capable of keeping Auburn under 20. They're capable of keeping them under 10. Um, like Auburn's offense should not make our defense look silly. Like
And
they
I'm
shouldn't.
looking at this, and I was like, oh, last week Auburn did pretty well,
Hmm.
but against like New Mexico Lobos, and then
Right.
they lost to Cal, where their quarterback Peyton Throne had 4 interceptions in that game.
Hmm.
Four
And
interceptions and 1 touchdown, with 165 yards. Like that's a game that our defense should also um, be able to perform. We should be able to pick him off if he is that careless.
yeah,
Um,
no, like I'm saying, like this is a matchup nightmare for Auburn. Like Arkansas, whenever you look at the just the different players on the key players on each end, like it's a matchup nightmare for Auburn. Um, Arkansas should run away with this one by multiple scores. And we're going to be sitting here at halftime being up multiple scores. And this is what I'm saying. I think what's going to happen is we're going to be up multiple scores, and the big thing is going to be, can we keep it? And it will be very disappointing if we can't. I'm going to make this quick note real quick right before Sid, right before you make your comment. But we only allowed UAB 119 rushing. And I think UAPB, it was like 6 yards or something. It was like single digits. And then I forgot for Oklahoma State, but it was not very much for Oklahoma State, the rushing. Uh, so like our run defense is good. So let me just double check that real quick. So the rushing yards for Oklahoma State was 59 total rushing yards. So our rush defense, which is it seems to be one of Auburn's strong suit, is if you look at Auburn, their rush attack is kind of what um, keeps them. We've got to see where is Auburn here. We've got to continue to do that, and it looks like that we have a run stop defense. That's why again I think it's like a matchup nightmare for Auburn.
it's possible. I just after seeing UAB's defense, they're gonna have to prove me wrong at this point.
Yeah.
It's capable, it's possible, it's doable. All the positive words, and I just need to see it. I think a lot of Razorback fans just need to see it happen. We know it's possible, but till it happens, we're none of us are confident. None of us are
Yeah.
confident, and especially going against Hugh Freeze in at Auburn. Never easy, and it's going to be a battle. Um, but it's how we come out of it, because this has got to be a revenge game. I mean, we need to beat them, um, and beat them well. To your point, we can't. Our defense has to make us proud, and more so
Yeah.
even than our offense. And I just need to see it happen. I don't trust it. I don't trust them after last week's game.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the thing is, do they actually do it? That's a whole nother story. It's just we don't know. We'll have to see it.
yeah. So with that being said, I know I said earlier I had a 34-31 prediction um, prior to the season starting, and I still after last week I see us taking an L. I see us taking an L in a true heartbreak fashion.
Yep.
Um, and I got us actually. I mean, I think with how our offense can perform over these last 3 games, I can see us putting up at least 34 points, if not higher. Again, 37. Um, but it's going to be that defense to see how much they outbattle us, and I think they will outbattle us.
Yeah.
So I hope they prove us wrong. I hope they prove me wrong, and
Yeah.
that's why I got them at 34, and let's go 42 with Auburn winning. And that's giving them a lot of credit, but that's giving our defense
You
a
think
lot of
Auburn's going to
discredit.
score? You think Auburn's going to score 42?
With what I saw with UAB,
Okay.
with them easily putting up 27,
Yeah.
I hope they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
I hope our defense does not let that happen, and it's a I eat my words, but
Yeah.
I got to go with it.
Yeah. So I wanted to pick the Hogs, but I'm going to have them lose 28-31. Until they start winning these games, I'm just not going to pick them to win. So we'll see. I can see us going up big, up 28-10, something like that. And are they going to keep the lead or are they going to give it up? So believe it or not, I'm taking Auburn to win this, even though I was just talking about how we should. It's a matchup nightmare for them. Uh, until I see them actually do it, uh, I got Auburn winning 31-28
And they've
at
got
the
to
end.
prove us wrong. I want we There's
Yep.
a reason why we're doing this podcast. It's for them to prove us wrong in these giving them these
Mainly
losses.
you. This is the first time
This
that
is
they've had to prove me wrong.
yeah, I
this
saw
this
that.
is the
So
first time.
I saw the text. We're getting a new coach next week. Um, it's it's out of here. They've got to, okay. I'll say it myself. That's fine. They've got to prove me wrong. they've got to they've
Well,
got
now
to
I'm
do
with you.
better. I know
So
you are.
on the
um,
record, I have Auburn winning.
yes.
On the
Um,
record, I have Auburn winning.
we're at A&M next week, or we're in Jerry World next week and
Yeah.
facing A&M, and got SEC coming up. So let's clean
Yeah.
it up, and let's um let's show what we can do.
If we Auburn, I'll say this: if we beat Auburn, yes, we got proven wrong in this, but it's one of many steps to go, and you do need to win this game. It says more if they lose this game. If they lose to Auburn, they're not winning another SEC game unless it's Mississippi State. Maybe. Because you're going to Mississippi State. Um, that's my take on this. If you lose to Auburn, you're not beating anybody else out in the SEC outside of possibly Mississippi State, and I'm saying possibly.
I still think it's possible we get maybe a couple that I had predicted earlier.
Yeah,
But it's yeah, if we get embarrassed, I think there's got to be some changes that are made with with whether that's with Pittman, whether that's with Taylor
I
Green,
knew
whether that's
I
with
knew you were
Bowden.
you were like,
Um,
well,
if we get embarrassed now, if it's a close game, I don't think that happens. Even though the fans will still
yeah,
have their
the
pitchforks out, I don't think
pitchforks.
nothing will come out of it.
Yeah.
Now, if we get embarrassed, um, yeah, you bet your ass they're gonna come they're gonna come out.
Yeah.
And yeah,
All
let's
right.
see.
Well,
Let's
I guess
see.
let's just see what happens. Yeah, for me, this is a very, very, very pivotal game, and let's hope that they come out on top.
Tackle, 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 tackle,
Yeah,
tackle,
before anybody leaves, tackle, tackle,
tackle, then stroke.
tackle.
All
Exactly.
right.
All right. With that being said, if you guys made it this far, please like, comment, share the video. Join us by subscribing to our channel so that you can catch our takes on these hogs every week. And anything you want to add there, Sid?
I appreciate you guys for watching, and let's as Ross said, I'll take his words. Let's change the narrative. We
Let's
believe in
change the
you.
narrative.
We want to believe in you.
We want to believe in you.
We want to. Keyword want.
We're trying to
Um,
jinx you. we're
yeah,
trying we're trying to favor you here.
exactly. Come on.
So come on, prove us wrong so that we can start picking wins here. So,
Yes, sir.
but
All
we got to
right. We'll
see
see
it.
y'all
We
on the
got to see
next
it
one.
first. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We'll see you guys later. Heart to break hogs out.